Let's answer a question from you guys. Nobody chose to break the rule. The Clone Wars series had like 5 Sith at once. Now this is about the rule of 2 and if the Clone Wars breaks it. Let's get into it. Also, if you have questions that you want me to answer, feel free to send them to me. Either tweet them to me at DarthChaco7. You can use the QA feature on my TikTok at DarthChaco. You can put them in the comments right here in this YouTube video. Let me know. I'd love to answer more people's questions. Now, in the Clone Wars, we had Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious. We had Count Dooku, aka Darth Tyrannus. We also had Asajj Ventress. We had Maul, and we had Savage Opress. Do these people break the rule of 2? Now, the reason for the rule of 2 is to ensure that the Sith get more and more powerful with each subsequent generation, but keep the organization small enough to avoid detection, at least until they're ready to spring their trap and take down the Jedi and the Republic. There should be one master to embody the power and one apprentice to covet it. Let me explain it using video game logic. If the master has a power level of 1,000, that means that their one student, in order to take him down, is going to have to pass that 1,000, power level mark. And then of course that person's student would have to do the same. And each generation leads up to Palpatine, who was a freaking beast. Now to contrast that, let's pretend that that same master, that same Sith Lord with a power level of 1,000 had 5 students. Would the students have to surpass him in order to take him down? The answer is no. If all 5 of them have over 200, then they could take him down. Then what would happen? Well, then they would fight amongst themselves, they would end up being only one, and the Sith would be a lot weaker as an organization instead of stronger. This is what the Rule of 2 was meant to guard against, because by their very nature, the Sith are going to fight with each other. They're not like the Jedi, who really believe in that cooperation. Now, let's look at the Clone Wars. We had one master, Sheev Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious. We had one apprentice, that was Count Dooku, aka Darth Tyrannus. Now, the reason I say their Darth names is because that is the point. Darth means Dark Lord of the Sith. That's how you get the title. That means that you are one of them. Let's talk about Asajj Ventress. She does not have a Darth title. She was never a Dark Lord of the Sith. She wouldn't be considered as one of them. Now, she was used as a Sith assassin by Count Dooku. Now, that continued until she started gaining power.
Your assassin. She has become very powerful.
Palpatine noticed that. Palpatine thought of her as a violation of the Rule of 2, and that is exactly why Palpatine had Dooku cast her out.
I would hate to think you are training your own Sith apprentice to destroy me.
What about Darth Maul? Does he violate the Rule of 2? He has the title of Darth.
Formerly Darth, now just Maul.
Well, not really. You see, in Phantom Menace, he was the apprentice. Absolutely. And before anyone says he was just an assassin, no, that is not true. I love the book Plagueis by James Luceno. It is not canon. It was written prior to Maul coming back in the Clone Wars, which means at that time he was kind of a throwaway character, and that's why the book treats him as such. But yeah, great book. Not canon. Maul was absolutely a Dark Lord of the Sith and Palpatine's apprentice. In The Phantom Menace, Maul loses. He gets cut in half, he falls down a hole, and no one sees him again for more than 10 years. He was presumed dead. That means that there was one master, Palpatine, one apprentice at the time, that was Darth Maul. Darth Maul was presumed dead, so Palpatine took on a new apprentice in Count Dooku.
You are no longer my apprentice.
Eventually, Maul does come back. He does get his mind back, and he still has that mindset as before. He thinks that he is still part of the Sith. He thinks he's still the apprentice. But Palpatine sorts that out real quick.
You have become a rival.
You see, by the time Maul had come back, he had already lost the title of Darth, at least in Palpatine's eyes. So when he comes back thinking that he's a Sith, he actually was essentially starting his own rival sect of the Sith, which definitely got put in its place. So no, Maul does not break that. Savage is kind of the same story. If Savage Opress was Maul's apprentice and Maul was not truly a Sith, well then obviously neither was Savage, and we got to see what happened to him, unfortunately. One of the things I find most interesting about the Rule of Two, and something that I hope Star Wars explores in the future, is that there's no longer a need for it. Its whole goal was to consolidate power and keep the Sith small and focused and gaining power each generation so that they could one day take down the Jedi and take down the Republic. Well, Palpatine succeeded in that. That was the whole mission statement. Therefore, there's no need for the Rule of Two after this point in time. I'm curious if we will explore that. We get to see a little bit about like the acolytes of beyond. I really hope that we do get to explore this. But to answer the question, no, the 5 people we see wielding red lightsabers in the Clone Wars does not break the Rule of Two. If you have any more questions, please, again, you can tweet them at me, DarthChaco7 on Twitter. You can put them in my QA feature on TikTok, or you can leave them in the comments here. As usual, like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things, because it really does help out the channel. I appreciate you all, and may the Force be with you.